Hey everyone, I've had the Fitbit Sense 2 for a couple of days now, and I wanted to make a hands-on video here to answer some of the most frequently asked questions I've seen come up about this on the internet. So first things first, the physical button is back and it is really great. It is definitely much easier to use than that old haptic button on the original Sense, so thank you so much Fitbit for bringing back the button. So also, you may notice if you've had a original Sense, this Sense 2 is 9% thinner from my measurements with a digital caliper and 24% lighter than the original Sense. Now Fitbit did this because they removed that stainless steel ring around the display there, and they came up with a new technique that allowed them to infuse the metal in the display. So I don't know if you can see it on the video here on this side. You should be able to see what kind of looks like a glare, but that's actually the infused metal with the display itself there. And that helps you do things like take the ECG or when you're covering the screen to do the EDA scan. So that allowed them to get rid of that stainless steel ring, and this thing is 9% thinner and 24% lighter, as I said. So that's a really great improvement too. Thank you, Fitbit. So another thing is the battery life. So I've done a few tests with 12 minutes of charging. As they said, 12 minutes gets you a full day of battery life, and I have found that it gets me 16%. So I think that's where that 6+ day battery life comes from, because if you take 16 times 6, you get 96%. And if you take 100% divided by 16, you get 6.25. So maybe that 6+ battery life is really 6 days and 6 hours. So I hope that kind of helps you understand that there. But do note that I used this for 24 hours with the continuous EDA enabled. I had the SPO2 enabled and did wear it during sleep. I used 1 hour of built-in GPS, and I had over an hour of the always-on display on at max brightness during that workout. And I ended up using 32% battery in 24 hours. So I hope that does help you see that when you do have some of these other things enabled, that you're going to get maybe 3 days or less, depending on how you use all the features. So one other thing people asked about is the complete exercise list. So if you press the button here on the new operating system, I'll take you to the exercise app. And you can see here that it does take a little while to load, and it shows your recently used exercises here. So I have done a spinning exercise already. I've done some weights. I took a hike and I took a walk with this thing. And then you can tap here to explore other exercises. So here they're showing popular exercises. We have run, bike, treadmill, strength training, HIIT, yoga, elliptical, swim. And then we have the other exercises, which are in alphabetical order. So we have aerobics, boot camp, canoeing, circuit training, core training, CrossFit, cross-country ski, dancing, golf, indoor climbing, interval workout, kayaking, kickboxing, martial arts, outdoor workout, paddleboarding, Pilates, powerlifting, rollerblading, rowing machine, skating, skiing, snowboarding, sport, stair climber, surfing, tennis, weightlifting, workout. So that doesn't include the ones that I already mentioned in my recently used, like the weights and the indoor spinning and hiking and walking. And then you can also go back to the top or press the button to get back to the clock face from there. So hopefully that helps you with the exercise list. I'm not certain what those are exactly, if it's just a naming convention or if it actually affects the data, but as usual, Fitbit doesn't give all the information to know those things. So all I can tell you is those are the new ones listed. So here, as you kind of could see, there is the new Fitbit operating system here. So I think that's why, if you've read anything about this, there are some features that are missing because they are just not compatible yet with the operating system, or they haven't been implemented yet. And so I'll just show you real quick. So here's the clock face. This is the default clock face that comes with the Fitbit Sense 2. I actually kind of like it. So it has this little animation here behind the time and the day of the week and the day of the month. And then we have our stress management score for the day. If I wake it up, we have our current heart rate, we have our active zone minutes for the day, and we have our sleep score. And then they're all in different colors, and this little animation shows that I'm all the way to the edge for the active zone minutes. I'm not quite there for sleep score, even less for the stress management score, and nothing because currently it's not on my wrist to read the heart rate. One thing to note is now to access the quick settings, we have to pull down from the top. And so here we can see our battery percentage, and then we have settings and our sleep mode and do not disturb mode and our always on display mode and the wrist wake up. If you want it to wake up with just a button push, you have this disabled, or if you want it to wake up with your wrist flip, you have to enable that. And then I do really like that Fitbit has the brightness settings here, so you can change your brightness from the quick settings. So I really do appreciate that. And then you can either press the button to get back to clock face or swipe up. And then now if you swipe up from the bottom, you can access your messages. So I did have somebody ask me how you interact with the messages. So you'll kind of, when they come through, you'll hear or feel a buzz on your wrist. It doesn't actually make a sound, even though there is a speaker here. And then it will pop up, or if you're accessing it later, you'll see it this way. So you do have to swipe up from the clock face, and then you will tap on the message. And then if you want to get rid of it, you tap clear. So then it'll say no notifications, and when you swipe up, you won't see anymore. If you have multiples, then you can swipe up and then swipe up until you see the clear button and clear multiple notifications. And I did notice that you can receive more than 10 notifications here in your history list. So previously you'd have 10 notifications, and once you got a new one after that 10, it would remove the oldest of the 10th notifications, so you can only have a maximum of 10 notifications. So here we actually do have more than 10 notifications, so that could be really nice for some people if you get a lot of notifications. All right, so then the other thing that's new is you can swipe to the left or right, and then we have what are called tiles. So you can actually rearrange these tiles on the Fitbit app, not on the device itself, but with your phone. And we have heart rate, which shows your last 2 hours worth of heart rate, your current heart rate, and your resting heart rate. So I find this pretty interesting. I do enjoy seeing this graph of my heart rate over time. And it does show your max and min heart rate over the last 2 hours. So it's fun when you have done a workout. You can see that your heart rate went really high if you got to your higher heart rate zones during your workout and such. And then here we have, this is actually your main goal, which I changed from steps to active zone minutes. And so it shows that I did meet that goal today. I actually crushed it, thank you. And then it shows your today's activity. So we have active zone minutes, steps, total calories burned, distance, and floor count. And then we have a timer tile here. You can have 5 or 10 minutes by default. You can tap to add a new one, or tap here to get other versions. So you can see that opened up fairly quickly, although now I am going to have to swipe again. So here's the exercise tile. I find myself finding the exercise through the app, or you can actually have a long press of the button as a shortcut, go to your exercises. So I personally don't really use this and have removed it when I am not displaying this on the screen for you, but there is an exercise tile that will show you, it looks like your 3 either most recent or most popularly used exercises, and then you can tap here to see all of the other exercises. And here we have the sleep tile, which shows your total sleep duration and your sleep score. I was in bed quite a bit last night. I don't think I actually got that much total sleep, and I didn't feel like I got that good of a sleep score. But anyway, here the last tile is weather, and it's kind of interesting. There's quite a bit on the screen already, but here we can actually tap and cycle through some other stats on the screen. So I do appreciate these new little tap features to get more information. And I actually misspoke. There is one more tile here, the new body response tile. And this has to do if you have the continuous EDA tracker enabled, tracking enabled. And I do have a video on that, so if you want to see how to set that up and use it, you can check that out in my channel, on my channel. But this will show you for the entire day from midnight to midnight what total duration of body response it has detected for you, and then you can tap and see the last 2 hours. And you can see I had 2 separate responses that were a total of 10 minutes or so. And then you can also quickly check in here if you want to do an EDA scan, relax guided breathing session, log your mood, or log a walk, things like that. So that's kind of the tiles. And again, you can rearrange those and add or delete those in the Fitbit app, but those are the only ones available currently, at least. And the other thing is the physical button. So I'll show you. The first thing obviously would be to wake up your clock face if it's not woken up already. Once you're on the clock face, if you press it once, you'll get to the apps. So here are the apps. It shows recent apps. So I did open the timers app and the exercise app. So maybe it only shows the top 2 recent apps. And then you can scroll down to see all apps. Now these are not third-party apps. They're only apps made and provided by Fitbit. So we have alarms, Alexa, ECG, EDA scan, exercise. There is a Find Phone app, Fitbit Pay, Relax, full settings, timers today, and the weather app. So you can tap on any of these to get more detailed information than you find in the tiles. So like, for example, I'll tap on the Today app, and there we go. So I think that is a little quicker than what it was on the Sense 1 for loading the Today app, at least. So you have your steps, floors, distance, calories burned, and it's kind of nice here. It does show when your goals are complete and has some little animations that are really nice. I do appreciate that. It has your current heart rate, your resting heart rate, how many days of exercise based on your goal, hourly activity, sleep, blood oxygen saturation overnight during sleep, your stress management score, and if you've logged any mood logs for the day, and any mindfulness you've done. So I can't add stats because I already have all of them enabled. And you can also open here to, I assume, rearrange on your app also, perhaps. But so if you wanted to change these, for example, like I can press and hold here, and then I feel a little vibration, and now I can drag it above. And now stress management score is above oxygen saturation. So, oh, and then you can swipe from right to left to hide any stats you don't care about. So, and then to unhide, you can scroll down and find the Add Stats button. So now if I go to the bottom, it says Add Stats, and I can add back oxygen saturation. And I guess it puts it back where it was when I hit it. So that's nice. The colors are nice. I do like that. So I'll press the button to go back here to the clock face. So one other thing to mention is that you can't switch clock faces on the device anymore. You used to be able to press and hold, but that doesn't do anything. You can store up to 5 of your favorite clock faces here in the app, which I guess I can show you real quick. So I'll tap on the profile picture, tap on Sense 2, tap on Gallery, and then here you can see I have 5 different clock faces down here. So if I want to quickly change one or attempt to quickly change one, I can do that. And then it will have this little progress bar here, and then it should change. There you go. So that was actually relatively quick. And then this clock face, I have 2 different steps, 2 different pages here, so I can see different things. So one thing is, this is a third-party clock face. So this developer has been able to update their clock face for the Sense 2 and Versa 4, but not all developers have done this. So you can access third-party clock faces on the Sense 2, but only if the developer has actually updated it for the new operating system. So just do note that. And one thing I also wanted to mention, I forgot about when telling you the button. So there's 2 other shortcuts with this button. Like I said, you could long press the button. And I've set this up to be my exercise shortcut, so that is taking quite a while to show up. But then you can access your exercise there. I do kind of prefer that to swiping in the tiles. but you could also just get to the exercise by pressing once and finding it in your apps list. The other shortcut is double pressing the side button. And from what I could tell from the user manual, and I couldn't find any way to customize these, so at least for now and maybe forever, they only have the 4 options of your wallet, which currently includes Fitbit Pay and at some point should include Google Pay. And we have the full settings, we have Amazon Alexa, and I don't even know what that is, I guess notifications. So one other thing you may notice is there has been no music features, no music apps here. And there was only Amazon Alexa, no Google Assistant. So I will go ahead and show you also here in the Sense 2 page. Again, we only have Amazon Alexa, no Google Assistant option. In the gallery, when it says apps here, we only have these apps by Fitbit. So at the moment, there are no ability to add third-party apps. And from what I've heard and read online, that may never come. So that's kind of a shock that they might not have the Fitbit app gallery available for the Sense 2 and Versa 4, but it seems that may be the case. So if you are planning on buying this and you want third-party apps, I would say don't buy it until you hear that they have added those, because they may never add those. Yeah, you'll see there is no ability to make and receive calls on the watch as of yet, though I do believe that is a feature coming in the future. And yeah, just to reiterate, there is no Spotify or music control also on the Sense 2. So if you like to control your music while you're working out, you'd have to use your phone. You cannot do it on the Sense 2 itself, unfortunately. So I hope this hands-on video helped you a little bit, answered some questions maybe. If so, could you please give it a thumbs up down below, as it really helps this video and my channel, and consider subscribing if you want to see more Fitbit Sense 2 videos. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.